What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at Endless Dungeon. The developers gave me access to the development branch so that we could take a look at it, and as a fan of Dungeon of the Endless, the prequel, I thought it was one of the finest indie games ever made with regards to pixel art, with regards to lighting. Utterly fantastic title. Endless Dungeon is looking to pick up the torch where the previous game left it and run with it. This time around, the game is no longer a real-time strategy game. Now it's an active game where you run around with WASD, you can target and shoot where you want to shoot, and we're going to check it out for about 25-30 minutes and see if it's something that you would like or if it's something that's not quite for you. I'm going to do my best to give my impressions along the way. You can find a link to the game down below in the description. It's not going to be out for some time, but they do occasionally do, I guess, sort of like limited closed betas and whatnot, so by following that, you might be able to sign up. In addition, you'll find a link to my Twitch stream and my Discord just in case you wanted to hang out live. Let's go ahead and jump straight on into the title and get this thing moving. Alright, so welcome to the hub. This is where you go on the in-between of runs. The game does have kind of like a roguelike feeling to it. You basically play the game just like the previous one, and you go as far as you possibly can. Now, you might notice it's a little bit quiet in here. That's because the game has a band, and the band plays music, and I wasn't super sure if I'd get DMCA'd or not because it has like lyrics and stuff. And so, anyways, I've disabled the music while we're inside of the tavern. But normally it's a little bit more lively and bumping in here. In between runs, you can have conversations with various characters. There are little points of interest and things that you can play around with that'll give you like a map of the station. The rough storyline is this is a space station that's been abducting spacecrafts full of people. And all of the people on the space station now are trying to get out of here, but it won't let you be free until you get to the center of the station and disable the core. And so that's the ultimate theme and atmosphere of the game. Let's go ahead and dive on into a run. And we get to pick some characters to go along with us. Now, once we've gotten far enough into the game, we get to have 3 characters on a run with us. But for right now, we only get 2 characters because we haven't proved ourselves. For now, I'm going to take Blaze. And I will take Zed, I guess, because they both have giant miniguns, and it makes me happy, all right? Miniguns are the stuff. Every video game needs more miniguns. That's just my feeling about life and the theming of video games in general. Cowboy game, add a minigun. Space game, add a minigun. Narrative walking simulator about discovering the flaws of your mother, add a minigun. Alright, so here we are inside the confines of the game. This game is entirely procedural. You never know what you're going to go up against. And the first big change is that this is no longer a point-and-click real-time strategy game where you're moving your characters around kind of Red Alert style. Instead, this is an active game. So that's our teammate. I can swap to my teammate whenever I want. I can swap back, so on and so forth. We can also give orders by holding down the space bar. So, like, we can tell her to wait here and protect this area. The ultimate goal of the game is to protect your crystal. You can see its HP up there. And the game follows the exact same flow as the previous game. Basically, this is a game about opening doors and creating corridors and trapping those corridors and putting all kinds of miniguns and putting all kinds of turrets in those corridors to protect your crystal from a direction that you've been going into. Whenever you open a door, you never know what's going to be inside. It could be like an alien nest. It could be a treasure chest. It could be a point of interest. It could be a research station. You can never quite tell. Our characters do have abilities, so if we press our Q key, we put a little landmine on the ground for enemies to step on, and then we also have an ultimate. Our ultimate is that we fire a giant salvo of missiles that fall on the enemy, just like shoom, 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 shoom style, and blow them all up. It's also important to note that this game, time doesn't really pass until you open a door. So the doors are the mechanism by which the game moves forwards. And so until we open a door, we're good to go. We can sit around and do whatever we want and not really worry about it. Top right-hand corner, we've got our science. We use that for research and unlocking new things. Over here, we've got our industry. We use that for building stuff. And we've got our food. Food is used for upgrading characters by and large, and also for healing characters. Let's go ahead and crack open a door. So first door, what do we got here? No alien nest, so that's a good start. We've got ourselves a generator, so what this will do is it'll give us a positive modifier so that every time we open a door, we get more of that research. If I remember my rules from the previous game, I think you wanted to get 2 industry generators set up before you do anything else so that you always have enough to build your defenses. This room has enemies inside of it, but it also has a nest. What that means is that occasionally waves are going to spawn out of this room, and you're going to have to deal with that. And this is a major part of the strategy of the game, in fact. Basically deciding which corridors to open and which to leave shut are going to be a big portion of how you play the game. We've got a new weapon right here. It's an automatic rocket launcher, so that's pretty cool. I'm definitely on board for some automatic rocket launcher action. We're going to want to defend this room a little bit because enemies are going to go straight for this generator when they get a chance. And so I'm just going to put in some guns over here. We've got 3 guns now. I don't know if I want to branch off in a different direction or if I want to keep going this way. Kind of sketchy either way. I'm going to focus my efforts on one direction, though. It looks like we have a research terminal, in fact. What a research terminal does? Oh, nice. We got some free resources out of that little crate right there on the map. This right here, it's going to allow us to trade our science for new turrets. So we can get an acid sharpshooter, we can get an amplifier, we can get a Tesla ball. There's all kinds of fun things to play around with. If it's anything like the previous game, they will have upgrades as well. So you'll be able to take these up to like tier 2, tier 3, so on and so forth to make them stronger and hold off the enemy. What's in this direction? Well, no enemies. Oh, never mind. We got an enemy. Hold on. I got to sprint back and defend from this nest right here. I'm going to get my teammate to come and join up with me. She does get a speed boost to come and regroup with me. And we'll set up and protect this hallway right here for when the wave comes, because we should only have enemies coming from one direction. And there they are. The bugs have arrived. Let's go ahead and open fire on them. Looks like we get a limited knockback effect from our missile launcher as well, which actually I'm a big fan of. How many more enemies are we looking at here? Bullseyed that flyer right there. There we go. Knock them on down. Perfect, and the wave is done. These turrets right here, you can interact with them by right-clicking and smacking them. Basically, they'll get a little thing next to them when they're ready to be upgraded because they've killed enough enemies. You just right-click and smack them and they'll upgrade. Or if they're broken, you can smack them and they'll heal. That's pretty much the sum total of the entire mechanic. I think it might also be a good idea, while we only have 1 point to defend, to do some scientific research. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. I'm going to put some serious missile launcher action on these bugs over here. I don't know exactly how long we have to defend for, but like, I don't know. I believe in making hay while the sun is shining when it comes to my research, and right now we've got a really, really simple corridor to protect, so there you go. We've got a level 1 Tesla ball. I will probably put said Tesla ball right there. So there we go. We've got an extra Tesla ball on that side. The enemies, I think they will attack it and actively try to destroy it, but no biggie. We've got another generator on this side. Okay, let's give it another industry production because I am a fan of getting lots and lots of resources for the turret building. We can go upwards or we can loop back. In general, you don't want your strategy to create multiple corridors by which the enemy can split, because that means then you have to split your defenses. You kind of want everything to funnel through one path, so they have to go through like 1,000,000 defenses before they get to your first destroyable thing. That's a big part of the strategy of the previous game, is that you're kind of building your own map. I'm going to break that rule by going left right here and just praying that there's no spawner inside of here. There is no spawner, so that's good. We didn't get a spawner on this side. And there's a locked door right there as well. The ultimate goal of the game is to get your crystal to an exit gate, by the way, in case you didn't know. It's going to take us 14 to get another generator over here, so I'll probably wait on that. This is almost undoubtedly going to plug back into this path over here, so I'm strategically going to leave that empty right there so that I can create a long hallway with lots of guns to kill the enemy for when we get to the final showdown, which can actually be pretty intense. Let's go this way. And it does look like we've got ourselves another nest on this side. The good news is, aside from having another nest, we've also got a treasure chest. So what you got for me? Looks like we've got an unlock. So there you go. You do unlock more equipment and more things as the game goes along. I will probably, let's fall back real quick. And we'll just defend from the 1 point that we know we need to defend from, which is right here. Like, this is our choke. This is where we're going to hold. This is where we're going to try to obliterate as many enemies as we possibly can. I do need to protect my generator over here, I think. But it doesn't actually look like the aliens are going for my generator on this side, so that's saving us a little bit of a headache, in my opinion. Nice job, Tesla Ball. You're doing a great job. My ultimate is ready. We don't really need the ultimate just yet because things are not that hectic. Wait, there's enemies on my crystal. How are there enemies on my crystal? What? Did one sneak through or something? Was there a spawn in this room that I didn't see? Oh, they opened a door over here. That or I didn't see it. Aw, dude. Okay. Fair enough. And now they're beating up on my generator. Okay, I knew I shouldn't have opened that door, man. I knew. Everything inside of me that has played a ton of Dungeon of the Endless was like, don't open that door. You got a good thing going right now. And I decided to open it anyways. All right. We're going to have to waste some resources in order to make this all nice and tight, unfortunately. I hate that, and I don't want to do that. Can I just, like, break this down? So it looks like I can't get my resources back. I can't tear that turret down once it's in play. So what we'll do is we'll put probably 2 Tesla balls over here just to protect this direction. And you know what? Crack the door open. There it is. So that's actually what we're looking for. What this does right here, this node unlocks all doors. And typically, the doors that you're trying to unlock are the ones that have the exit gate behind them that you're trying to get the crystal to. So, let's unlock it. Unlock completed. Now that we've unlocked doors, I'm pretty sure we're going to come under attack. It says to open this door, so the lock didn't do anything here. It says to open this door, connect the crystal bot to a slot within a room adjacent to this door. We already have that. It's already slotted in an adjacent. Oh, there's a wave right there. Okay. Apparently, it waited and it took its sweet time before it decided to attack me. I will more than likely just sacrifice this generator up top. I don't really care about it altogether that much in order to hold the crystal a little bit better. In fact, we may want to fall back to a more central point just to make sure it stays nice and safe over here. Turrets, are you doing a good job on this side? The crystal is paramount. I need you guys to protect the crystal no matter what. I do like the little animated implements on the UI that let you know when one of your generators or one of your objects is under attack. That's very, very nice. Lots more bugs in this wave for us to be concerned about. I'm going to go up real fast. I'm going to try to clear this node up here. They actually killed the generator already, so it doesn't matter. It looks like they're sitting on my crystal, too, right now. Are they still sitting on my crystal? No. Okay, so they got through the defenses, but the defenses finished them off. Fair enough. I don't know where I want to go at this point. This map has turned into a little bit of a mess because I felt the need. Oh, this guy I think's ready to upgrade. Yeah, there you go, little buddy. You're an even better Tesla ball than you were previously. You're balling even harder. So this room has no light. That's not great. That means we can't do anything with this room if it has no light. If we had a crystal shard, we could actually do something with this room and light it up. But like, not that big of a deal. Actually, it looks like we're going to have to circle back around. I think we're just going to have to pray that there's no enemies inside that area. I think that's kind of where we're at right now. My generator's already gone, so, like, why stress about it? It's not going to let me rebuild it. Let's go ahead and open this door on up. I'm going to try to save some resources for the next floor. Ah, there is another over here. Okay. What is this thing? An upgrade station. Our mine's damage can go up. Oh, I thought she was teabagging for a second. Increases heroes' damage in the room. Increases heroes' elemental affinity if there are no other heroes in the room. Yeah, I could probably refresh some choices, in all honesty. I'm not married to any of those ideas. I don't love them. I'm not going to open that door for right now. I'm going to leave it alone. And there is a crystal slot right there. So slotting in the crystal right here is going to open up this door. Okay, fair enough. I do have another generator on this side, and we do have some free resources right there. It's mostly science and food. But we do have a wave incoming as well. So let's go ahead and fall back for just a second. See if we can get ourselves back to a safe location. Man, this is going to be a long hallway to walk with the crystal. This is going to be rough. The crystal has to follow us all the way over there in order for us to reslot it. I'm going to go ahead and place her right here. Go ahead and wait in that spot and protect the crystal. I'm going to come over here, and I will help out on this side with a little bit of DACA. We should have most of our problems coming from this direction for right now that we no longer have a generator to protect. I prefer to have a little bit better of a weapon, too. There's like this acid Gatling gun that I'm a big fan of. Like, I like it a lot. The acid Gatling gun, when I can get it to drop for this character, poof, it's the good stuff. It really, really supplies me with that DACA feeling that I'm addicted to. All right, so we've killed that guy off. We've got ourselves 32 resources right now to build things with. I don't know if I want to run the crystal right now or if I want to put it off. We're kind of in a scary situation. Definitely don't want to open that one before we run the crystal. Yeah, let's just run the crystal right now. Okay, crystal, it's time. You follow me. And then, actually, I could run the crystal faster if I just open that door right there. It's definitely plausible. Let me open the door and see if we catch a wave. It doesn't look like we got hit with a wave, so let's go ahead and, yeah, Crystal Bot, it's time. Let's move. All right, Crystal Bot, stay with me. Let's get you moving. Let's get you out of here. Let's get you to a nice, safe location. I'm just going to keep on firing wildly in a direction and hoping that it works out. Crystal Bot, go, 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 go. I was going to say, I need you to kind of follow me. I need more firepower. I don't remember telling you to stay put, but I'm going to assume that I did it because I'm not going to pretend like I'm not immune to dumbassery like that. Mosey on over here and connect on into that power supply. I think we should be all nice and solid. I'm going to go check, and I'm going to see if any of my turrets leveled up during that hectic experience, because I feel like some of my turrets probably leveled up. None of those turrets leveled up. What about you guys over here? I added some more turrets over. Yeah, you guys both leveled up. You guys put in some mileage right there. All right, so you guys are both leveled up now. I will probably... No loot inside of there. You can tell there's loot because the little canisters glow white. I can now open that door, and I can now open the previous door. Let's do it. Okay, so far so good. Nothing bad happened. A medkit dispenser. Generates medkits from consumable food. Okay. I think I could probably take a medkit. You can press the F key to heal your party if you want using a medkit. I don't know if I talked about that mechanic, but it is a mechanic that exists. Opening up this door, something bad's definitely going to happen because I saw the game lag. You found the zone door. Oh, cool. So this is where we're trying to get to if we want to escape. We've also got what looks like another bug room over here. And we've got another treasure. Anything good in there? What you got for me? A heavy Gatling. You go ahead and pick up the heavy Gatling. Since we both use the same weapon type, that'll be a nice little upgrade for her. This room is not powered, which is bad. I would prefer that it be powered. We don't want to use too many resources because we carry our resources into the next level. And so, like, one of the things about Dungeon of the Endless, the previous game, is that there was kind of like conflicting lines of thought that you have to really, really grapple with. So you need to think about the pathway that you're making for your crystal. You have to think about the generators that you feel like you can defend at any given moment. You have to think about where the enemy spawns are at, and you're basically trying to create your own perfect map that allows you to run the crystal comfortably while also stockpiling enough resources to survive the next level and not run out, while also building enough defenses on the previous level in order to protect your crystal. And it's really one of those things that I think made the previous game really fascinating from a lot of different gameplay intellectual directions. Like, it was a thing that worked really, really well for getting the player into it and, like, combining sort of, like, thoughtful gameplay with also just, like, hectic adapting to situations changing and fading and going wrong. I don't care if the generator goes down, because we don't really have any more defenses or anything to build, so I'm not going to concern myself with it. Like, we could definitely defend the generator, but I'm not planning on cracking open any more doors either. Alright, so the wave is done. Crystal, I got real bad news. We're going to have to make a desperate play for that exit door. It's going to get worse before it gets better, Crystal. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Yep, unhook your booty cheeks. Get them on out of there. Slide free of the Mechanicus contraption that has contained you. And join me on a jolly good walk through the danger. Things look okay so far. We have no more enemies spawned over here, but we've almost got the crystal to the gate, so I think we're good. And we've got 30 industry to play around with on the next level, which should be really, really nice for building up some sort. There you go. You attach an interface with the door. We will hang out here and attempt to protect you. We definitely want to get the range guys first, though. The little flyers, they can shoot like a little booty shit that it hits things and causes damage. And I don't want my crystal to get booty shitted on. All right, so we'll move that over to there. Lots of bugs coming through now. All right, we're good. Let's pass on through to the other side. This door is going to close and lock behind us, so we've only got to hold it for a second until he gets himself nestled onto the next part of the dungeon. Should be about 4 more seconds, I think. And the door is closed, and we are safe. You lose access to all the buildings that you had on the previous tier, and now we do the exact same thing again. We pick a direction, and we hope that RNG doesn't get, knuckle deep up inside of us, and we hope that this thing works out. I'm going to go to the left this time. Left-hand side, we've got a resource generator. That's good. Let's go ahead and get our industry pumping one more time. Let's go leftward in this direction, and it looks like... Oh, a shop. Very nice. Okay, that's good. A shop is a dead end. I like that. The heavy gun, the fire lance. What this does, it's like a charge lance. It goes... And it does like a piercing shot that kills everything in a line. Pretty good gun. I don't hate it, but I like the gun I've got better. Increases heroes, turrets, and crystal bots damage in the room. That's right. Your crystal bot is upgradable, by the way, in case you didn't know. Shove knockback gets better. I'll take that right there. Sure. So we've got a buff now to the room that we're in that makes us stronger. I will probably cut out to the right, I suppose, now. Honestly, this entire phase of the game is just gambling. Still no bug hives. That's good. And another generator. Let's get it pumping. There's our first batch of bugs. I knew it was really unlikely that we were going to go much further without running into them. We may get a wave right here, so let me go ahead and grab an acid hoser. Nice. You can carry 2 weapons if you want. That's the acid hoser right there, and I love this gun very, very, very much. It's a really fun gun to play around with. Go ahead and give me a Tesla coil right there. Go ahead and give me a Tesla coil right there. We know that this is a dead end, so that's fine. Straight shooter, probably not going to be that helpful right there. Instead, we probably want another Tesla ball. Your turrets, they do have an elemental affinity, and that elemental affinity affects how much damage they deal to the enemy when enemies slide through their control area. Yeah, it looks like there's doors that secretly open that I hadn't noticed. Fair enough. Fire Lance, actually. I don't want the Fire Lance. I would like an ability here to actually sacrifice this or like salvage it in order to get a little bit of industry or like a little bit of food, because I find a lot of the time there's guns I just don't take and they just sit on the ground the whole time. So we're gonna have to defend from that over there. I think the 3 Tesla balls on that side with the generator should be good enough. We've got another researcher on this side. Oh boy, never mind, we got a wave incoming. We're gonna have to deal with that first. I will more than likely plop you sort of like right here, I guess. And then I'll defend from this way since I haven't put down any turrets yet. Very nice. That acid damage coming through for me right now. That is a big hulking rollerball monster. All right, well, he's down. He's down and he's dead, so I don't have too much to complain about. It looks like we get some kind of penetrating benefit as well from the gun that we're currently firing, which just makes it all the more endearing in my eyes. Yeah, dude, this thing's a killer. This thing's a murderer. Very nice. Did any of these turrets level up? Okay, good. No turret, I mean, kind of bad too. No turret level ups, but still. This game, I think, perfectly encapsulates the idea that made the previous game so good. The only difference here is that the game has clearly been reworked in order to make online co-op function properly and turn it into almost like a Left 4 Dead type game. And so anyways, I'm very, very pleased with the beta so far. I'm happy with it. I think it's a pretty cool idea to try to take what was so addictive about the previous game and transpose it into sort of like a Bound for Blood or like a Darktide or like a Vermintide vibe. Like if you play online, there'd be another player playing this character right here, so the whole thing would get a lot easier, especially if you've got 3 players running around doing their thing. How the decision-making process is going to happen about, like, in a group, do you vote on what doors to open? Like, how do you keep people from trolling and just running around opening doors and whatnot? I think that's going to be a hurdle that they have to get over, but this game is made by very, very successful developers that have made very original games that are probably way smarter than I am, so they'll figure it out. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were checking out Endless Dungeon. Tomorrow, we will be checking something else out. Thank you for spending your time with me. I appreciate it tremendously. I hope you will stop by tomorrow for another indie game, and that's pretty much all I got going for right now. Take care, and it's time for me to go. Bye, folks.